This is literally my way of therapy. I'm going to share my story. I'm going to share my story and, trigger warning for anybody who's ever been sexually assaulted by anybody. Um, this is my way of starting my healing journey at this point. And I just want to just say, like, watch out for Gerard Starr. He's a rapist in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm not going to stop until everybody knows this. So it all started back on August 1st when I met him. I was in Walmart and, he seemed like a nice guy, right? I mean, they did say Ted Bundy, who was a fucking serial killer, he was absolutely an amazing guy. Very charming, very much wants to help, very much like wants to help you. So, I met him on August 1st. I remember the date because I literally just got back from out of town. And I went to Walmart and he approached me, Then the next day we had a little date kind of sort of at a hookah lounge where I expressed to this man that I was currently in a heartbreaking state. I was depressed. I was very much unstable in my life. And I was just looking for means to come about as I was struggling. I was looking for help. Long story short, this man, he acted like he wanted to help me. He got me an interview at one of his jobs. He did the whole nine. He would pick me up from work because I was having car trouble at the time, didn't have a car. He did the most to want to actually try to pursue me. And, he was at least I thought he was respecting the fact that I was not interested in dating anybody. And I told him this the day that we had our first date. I let him know, hey, I don't want to be serious with anybody right now because me, I'm the type of bitch where if I'm broke, I cannot be there for nobody. I can't show up the way I want to. I can't talk my shit the way I want to. It's just very hard, especially on my mental. So it's I was trying to get my life together when he decided to, take advantage of me at this point. So boom, from the first till about the first 2 weeks of August, he spent his days trying to get me to become more comfortable with him in terms of just opening up. One time I was sick, he invited me over to his house for him to cook for me because I was so sick. I went over there and he actually cooked for me. He did his best to take care of me, but I wanted to go home, so I left. Then another time, he would just pick me up from work. It'd be oh, you at work? Oh, he doesn't live that far from where I was working at the time. And so he would be oh, I'm going to come pick you up. I'm going to take you home. And that's all it would be. Him picking me up, dropping me off, taking me home. And he would work. And then it was like that for, like I said, for about 2 weeks. The third week of him having my number is when the rape happened. And I can talk about this now like this because I've talked about it so many times, and every time that I've talked about it, I've actually felt more comfortable speaking on it. And so now it's to the point where I can tell my story and it not have the same effect on me as before. So, before now I'm processing it, and for the record, I am in therapy myself on the side as well, but this is more therapeutic. As well, just sharing my story just in case it can help somebody else, because this man is still out here. He's still out here, y'all. He's still out here. If y'all don't know, look it up. How many rape cases are actually tried in the U.S. after it's brought to them? Let's not even speak on the freaking number of rapists that are actually reported to the cops, but the ones that are actually reported to the cops, how many of them are actually picked up? There's a paper right here, a statistic that says that only 310 out of every 1,000 rape is reported to the cops. Then not even that, for every 100 rape that is reported to the cops, only 18 of them are taken into are literally going to take it to trial and be tried at. Do you know what that leaves us? The streets. That leaves us, that's why they have things called street justice, and that's why they have these a whole bunch of extra things that people do because the justice system sucks. For rape to ever be looked at like that is crazy to me. And I understand, there's a flip side to everything where there are people out here that is lying about what happened to them. But I'm not lying. And like I said, I will tell you all about it. So about a few weeks after, let me make another one because